organ that is related to the oral cavity is your tongue. So the tongue is just a muscle. Put it right here. The teeth. So for the teeth, the four different types of teeth that we have are the incisors, the canines, the premolars, and the molars. There are representations of each tooth up here, plus a bonus one showing somebody who has a cavity. So all this one is here is just representing a cavity, which is a little hole that can end up, basically, if you have bacteria that sits around too long, it can end up eating away at some of the enamel, creating a hole, which is what a cavity is, that will get filled. It doesn't too bad. So the different teeth we have here, so we're going to start with the incisors. So this is representing an incisor. So these are going to be the teeth that are in the middle. So there's a set of medial and a set of lateral incisors on the top and bottom. So basically the four middle teeth that you have in the front are incisors. And then on either side of the incisors we have the canines. So the canines are the sharper teeth. In other animals like cats and dogs, these are the ones that are really sharp, that are elongated. Ours, being omnivores, ours aren't quite as pointy and long as other carnivores are, but they still are. So we still, basically the purpose of these teeth is to help like tear meat and to shred meat. So they kind of act as like our scissor teeth, which is why we still have them. Because we still eat meat, but that is representing the canine. And then we have premolars and molars. So the premolars are going to be the next two teeth next to the canines, and then the molars are the back ones. So there's three molars, but the third molar is the wisdom tooth that not everybody has. So not everybody's come in, or if they do come in, a lot of times sometimes they come in all weird and wrong directions, and then they get removed. And that's because our jaws over time have gotten smaller, and so our mouths have kind of run out of room for all of our teeth, and so the wisdom teeth that come in later often get removed. So for the teeth, this one right here, the big thing you can tell, I mean, the molar itself is the big one, so this one has multiple roots, and you can see it's just the largest. This is the premolar. The big difference here is the top. So for all of our molars, the main function is going to be for like grinding food. So the top is going to be flat compared to the canine, which is more pointy tearing. Okay, so those are the teeth. I am going to move over to the second column for the alimentary canal, kind of stay in order I'm going to stay in order of location instead of order on your terms list. So I'm going to stay kind of in the mouth area and go over these terms under alimentary canal, under mouth. And again, the way that this has it organized is either part of the main tube or the accessory organ. So the accessory organs are kind of like the helpers. The main tube is the main tube where food actually travels through. So